Hey, everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you with the Tuesday edition baseball style of Today in Sports Betting. As always, I'm joined by the one and only Scott Reichel to help navigate the waters that is professional baseball. Scott, how are you?
Doing pretty well, and my Yankees stink, but it was profitable for both of us yesterday, and we both had Tampa, and I guess I can't really complain too much about it. You?
Big crackdown coming on the tar balls, Scott.
Yeah, it's one way to put it. We'll see exactly if that happens. I still think that's more bark than bite, but we'll see.
Crackdown. Don't even care if they embarrass good pitchers.
I'm just imagining like SWAT teams coming into the locker room, like swarm, like they just come right into the clubhouse.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Scott, we got an interesting card here today. You and I are going to talk about a couple of our favorites. We'll start off with a play that I think we both made money on yesterday, and that is the Tampa Bay Rays over the New York Yankees. Scott, I'm kind of new to baseball, but help me out here. Hard to win if you don't score. Am I right? Am I right on that?
I read that somewhere. The goal apparently in sports is to score more than the other people, unless you're playing golf.
My goodness, this Rays pitching staff, they're good, but
Well, this segues into a bet I made yesterday. As you know, I'm a Yankees fan. But as you know, I'm also a gambler, and I like to make money. So I took Tampa to win the division yesterday, and I took it at plus 280. The Yankees are even money. This team stinks. Can you explain that to me? How are they even money? Besides solely based on reputation?
Because they're the Yankees. Well, they got, and they have this lineup, Scott, that can allegedly bop, but
on paper.
Yeah, and it seems like they're trying to hit the ball with paper right now.
I saw a stat on the Yankees, by the way. I know we've kind of criticized baseball for being a home run or bust a league. The Yankees take the cake because this team, 71+% of their home runs are solo home runs.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't that something? They get nobody on base ever.
That's ridiculous.
Yep, 71+%.
That is absolutely ridiculous. Scott, before the season started, I told you that I didn't like the Yankees, but it's been exactly the opposite of what I thought would happen. I thought they would have no pitching and plenty of hitting, and they've had plenty of pitching, including relief pitching, and no hitting.
Well, Tampa lost Blake Snell and Morton, so we thought they would take a step back, but it turns out both of them have not been that good this season.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at Rich Hill, he's been unhittable. Got a win yesterday. But Tampa's won, is it 15 of 16 or 16 of 17 now? I lost track.
16.
I think it's 16 of 17.
It's at least 16 of 17. It could be 17 of 18, but it's at least 16 of 17.
Point is, they're the hottest team in baseball.
They won 11 straight. Royals beat them. They won 5 straight since then, 16 of 17.
So 16 of 17 is what I thought. But they're plus 280 to win division. They've won 16 of 17. What am I missing? I had to bet it.
Yeah, it's not like you're like, well, this Tampa Bay team, they never go anything. No, they were in the World Series last year.
Yeah, This team has proven they can actually, make a run every now and then. And plus, in addition to making the World Series, they won the division last year. So they have some history when it comes to winning this division.
Yeah, they're not intimidated by the Yankees.
I know Kevin Cash might have blown the World Series pulling Snell. Would you agree he's probably a top 5 manager in the league?
Yeah, when you look around the league, absolutely true.
I think Boone's bottom 5. I'll take that disparity.
Well, the Yankees scored 1 run today, and it was on a 260-foot fly ball to right field.
He's terrible. You don't pinch run for Sanchez in the 9th inning when he can't advance to second on 2 pass balls. You're really leaving Sanchez in to pinch run.
Oof.
I don't. It's just ugly. I'll tell you that much. This team is a pain to watch. But Tampa, they can pitch really well, and they actually manufacture runs. It's a crazy concept, but they win games because they actually know how to score runs.
Playing fundamental baseball is not just for extra innings anymore.
People only use it for the playoffs. It's really weird.
I know. Well, and extras. They bunt the man over to third with 1 out at second, which actually it's one of the few times that it's statistically proper to bunt.
I don't really see that much in the top of extra innings. I see that more on the bottom if the top team doesn't score.
They'll do it. I've seen them do it.
They do it. I'm just saying it's more frequent with the bottom, but we'll see.
All right.
Anyway,
Scott.
Sorry. That's going to segue us to the Tampa Yankee game coming up tomorrow.
Glasnow squaring off with Domingo Germán, Scott. For once, they've got the odds right on this. They've got the Yankees as the underdog. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tampa's, although there has been Yankee money come in, opened up 128, now down to 119 at Pinnacle. Can't stop, won't stop, Scott. You got to put the money on those Yankees.
Well, looking at Glass now this season.
Guido with the smartphone.
Yeah. We know Glass now against the Yankees in his career has been, I'd say, mediocre at best. He's kind of struggled with this team, but Germán's been really good lately. I'm looking at the under. I'm not going to overthink it. We know the Yankees bullpen and just their entire pitching staff has a top 3 ERA in the league. We know Tampa can pitch. Mostly we know the Yankees can't hit. So if we're looking at the Yankees not being able to hit against Glass now, and we're looking at the Yankees just having a good pitching staff and Germán being dialed in, I'll take the under. I'm not going to try to guess on a side here. I'll go with the under.
Yeah, that's the play in this one for sure. Like I said, Germán's been very good. Three of his last 4 have been quality starts. He fell just a 1 out short of his 4th in a row quality start last time out. Gave up just 2 runs, but he did give up 2 dingers, Scott. But that's Toronto. That's not Tampa Bay. So I will also play the under with you here. Total on that is 7.5. By the way, I think anytime you see a Yankees game north of 7, that's a gift.
Even with Glass now on the mound, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You just load up and you take it. And then sometimes you're going to get beat, and you go, well, okay, and then you load up and you take it the next day too. So
the way you look at it, based on the Yankees have been hitting lately, and based on Glass now this season, did the Yankees even get to 3? Huge question mark. If you're not confident in them getting to 3, then you got to like the under.
The under, by the way, for the Yankees, 19-33-1. So,
yeah, you mean the?
It's 33-19-1 to the under. So
they've been a very good under team.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
very good under team. Yeah, when you can pitch and can't score, that happens. So, yep. Scott, I want to take a look, kind of down the card, if you will. This is a couple of my under the radar favorites going at it here. Well, we've
gone full 180 on this guy.
Sort of. He's kind of back, but he's kind of not. It's Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray for Toronto. Squares off against Miami and Sandy Alcantara. Oh, Robbie Ray. We made fun of him last year, Scott. He looked like he was done. Like he looked like he just could not find the strike zone at all. And then he's been very good this season as far as his walks go. He's given up just 4 walks in his last 7 games. That's not bad. That's pretty good for young Master Ray. As far as this one goes, I think there's value on the Blue Jays here, Scott. You're getting a good price on this, value on Miami. You're getting a good price on this Miami team. It opened up as Toronto minus 156, and it is just, for the most part, been hit pretty hard as far as the Toronto Blue Jays go. You can now find it up to 160. If for some reason you're insane, if you want to lay 177 at DraftKings, you have the option to do that. But you might want to head over to DraftKings to make the play I'm talking about, and that is taking Sandy Alcantara and the Miami Marlins. Scott, this is a Miami Marlins team that's, excuse me, they're not great, but they just keep hanging around, and they can really compete with anybody because of their pitching. So he's been very good for the most part. He's had 6 of his last 7 starts have been outstanding. He had 1 start that was dreadful, as he gave up 8 earned and 1 1/3 against Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers, and that's pretty much skewing his numbers for the entire season. But other than that, Sandy Alcantara has been extremely good. I'm going to call that a blip against the Dodgers. In his last 2 performances, he's been back on track. 14 innings pitched, giving up just 2 earned runs. Give me the Miami Marlins over Robbie Ray and the Toronto Blue Jays. Scott, I'll take them at, we got DraftKings there, plus 160 or so. Yeah, give me that.
Yeah, well, looking at Alcantara, you mentioned the 1 terrible start against the Dodgers. To put into perspective, his ERA before the start was 2.72. After the start, 4.06.
That's smart.
So he was just absolutely dialed in. Then he had the bad start, but since then, 14 innings, 2 runs. So it clearly was just a blip, but he's been very good. The issue with Miami is the issue we've been hammering home all season long. This team can't score.
Yep.
And you look at 4 of the last 5 games, the 4 losses in there, since they have lost 4 or 5, they've scored less than 3 runs in all 4 of those games.
Yep.
So they really can't hit. Alcantara's been good, but his record's bad because he gets no run support. I'm actually looking at the first 5 under. I do agree with you that I think it's either Miami or pass. I can't lay that with Toronto, especially with how bad that bullpen is. I just don't want to bother with Toronto. But I do like the first 5 under. Ray has been a little bit shaky lately, giving up at least 4 runs in 2 of his last 3 starts. But Miami can't hit, so they might cancel each other out. Alcantara, we both think, is very good. And we think that Miami's going to hang around. And if Miami's going to hang around, you're probably not going to see many runs. I'll go first 5 under. I think you'll see Ray and Alcantara pitch well. But for value alone on the actual side, it's Miami or pass.
Yep, I think, and I'm really just speaking of it as a value play. I think we're getting about 20% more value than we probably deserve there, and I'm going to sign up for that every time.
I'm kind of looking at it the way I looked at the Cardinals-Dodgers game yesterday, where we both agree the Dodgers will probably win.
Right.
But there's not any value laying 180 against Flaherty.
Correct.
So conceptually, you look for the value and you kind of just assume even if it doesn't work out, it made sense. I like the total more in that game. I like the over, and the game went over. I feel the same way in this one. The Marlins are the value play on the money line, but I'm going with first 5 under. I just think both pitchers pitch well.
Very good. Got anything else?
Let's see. I'll let you go first. You got anything?
I'm tempted by Boyd over Lauer, but Boyd has really kind of struggled lately.
Speaking of teams that can't hit, it's a hell of a matchup.
Yeah, no kidding. There's so many teams that just can't hit at all.
That's another game I like the first 5 under for. You got Boyd and Lauer. I don't even care. You got the Tigers against the Brewers.
Yeah.
And Boyd's good.
That's true. I might. I don't know. I might take a swing at the White Sox with Dylan Cease against Bieber, although plus 135, I'm probably not going to get involved at that price.
I feel like I have to like the Mets. I know DeGrom pitched yesterday, so Arizona. I'll give him a pass for what happened yesterday. Mets randomly giving DeGrom run support. I think that narrative might be dead, which is pretty sad because it's one of my favorite memes in sports. But looking at Arizona, they did win that one game against St. Louis. What have they lost now? Like 12 of 13, 13 of 14, whatever.
Yeah, because they were not good before their losing streak. I think they lost a dozen.
I think they lost a dozen, and I think they won 1. So I'm pretty sure they've lost 13 to 14.
Yeah, it could even be like 18 or 20 or something. Like it's dreadful.
It's really bad. But the point is, you're looking at Peterson, who I know both of us don't exactly like.
No.
However, actually, no, never mind. It appears that they've switched it. Apparently, Stroman might be starting tomorrow. So I guess they called an audible, but ESPN has Stroman listed. So you have Stroman on the mound. I'm assuming ESPN's right.
Yeah, I've got Stroman plugged in. I got Mets minus 118 over Caleb Smith.
Okay, so you got a pitcher right now as a 2.47 ERA against a pitcher and Caleb Smith, who we both like as a kind of I'd say a sleeper pitcher.
Another Miami guy.
Yeah, but a team that's lost 13 of 14 against a pitcher with a 2.47 ERA, you're going to give me 118 to 120?
I don't know where this Arizona money is coming. You and I have marveled at
this damn team. I don't get it.
In the middle of their losing streak, they're like minus 125. Minus like, who in the fuck is betting?
We saw the Cardinals like in that series. Like, Diamondbacks went from like minus 110 to minus 1. I'm like, what is happening?
Who's doing that? Anyway. They're due, Scott.
It reminds me earlier the year when we kept seeing people bet the Twins, and we just didn't understand why, and they would just keep losing over and over again. Yeah. But you're going to give me Stroman a minus 120 against a team that's lost 13 to 14. I got to go with the Mets.
I'm with you. That's a fine play. That's probably going to be it for me.
You taking your boy Dunning tomorrow?
I can't. He got blown up last time, right?
I actually don't recall how he did last time. I know he was pitching better lately overall, but I think the Angels might have killed him.
It was kind of a step back. Now I want to know. Hang on.
I think the Angels might have killed him, but I'm not sure.
Angels killed him. 7 earned, 4 innings. Yep, absolutely.
That's what I thought. I thought the Angels
absolutely correct. And he gave up 4 earned and 4 the start before the so 3 starts ago, he gave up 4 earned in 4 innings. So that makes 11 earned in 15 innings. It blooms off the lily there a little bit with Dane.
By the way, before I forget, I also like the Astros tomorrow. You're looking at the Red Sox with Richards, Garcia. Wait, what?
I said Rose.
Oh, is that like a Scooby-Doo type of? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I was making sure I got it right. But anyway, you look at Garcia, he's been good. Shut down the Dodgers in his last outing. Yeah. He's looked sharp, and the Red Sox have been a good team this season. Yeah. Lately, meh. So I think the Astros are getting a pretty good price there.
All right.
We both just don't like Garrett Richards, so I think that kind of speaks for itself.
If you want to lay a big number, lay the Twins, Pineda.
Well, you just have to say who they're playing against, and I think that kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Going against the Birds, Bruce Zimmerman.
When was the last time that Baltimore won a game?
Scott, I'm going to go with about 2 weeks ago. They lost 14 in a row.
They have lost 14 in a row? Fantastic.
They lost today, right?
Yes, they lost 3-2.
They've lost 14 in a row then.
They're really giving the Diamondbacks a run for their money for the worst team in the league right now.
It was the first – I heard this stat, Scott. It was the first time in a long time since the 2 teams had 12-game losing streaks at the same time.
Nice.
It's high-quality product right there, baseball. Nice job, Rob.
No, you knew the Orioles were going to be terrible. Arizona was kind of going to be awful, but you held out hope that maybe they would do something.
They'd be able to beat Colorado.
That team's dead to rights, but Baltimore we knew was going to be bad, so that just doesn't come as a surprise.
Nope, it does not. All right, there you go. As always, if you're looking for more information on these games or any other games, make sure you stop by and check out winnersandwhiners.com, the #1 site in the world for predictive sports analysis. Deep dives into every game every single day with full predictions, sides, totals, whatever you want there. So, as always, we wish you guys nothing but the best. Hope every one of those tickets in your pocket turns into cash money when you head back to the window. Everybody have a great day. Thanks very much for watching. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Today in Sports Betting. Take care, everybody.